The entire world is watching. The entire world's watching. What will the United States do? The entire world is watching. The entire world is watching. What will the United States do?
Take responsibility for at least being careless with classified material.
I take responsibility for not having seen exactly what my staff was doing. Because it goes in and points out things that appeared in my garage, things that came out of my home, things that were moved not by me, but my staff. The only reason the border is not secure is Donald Trump and his MAGA Republican friends.
Obama and Trump, on average, paroled 5,623 people, on average. Last year, FY22, the Biden administration paroled 795,561 people.
Hey, I'm Flat Black of Flat Black OD, and this is Flat Black Politics. In 1999, Reverend Jesse Jackson praised Donald Trump for his lifetime of helping Black and minority communities. And to make this statement more believable, I added this video.
Jesse started off by saying, most of the wealth in this country is in the hands of a few. And I thought to myself, is that a bad thing? What's wrong with that, Jesse? And he said, listen, I want some office space in your building on Wall Street because the wall on wall will fall. And I said, it's okay, Jesse, I'll make a good deal with you. I'll get you some space. You'll pay about $40 a foot. And he said, no, I don't want to pay 40. I said, how about 30? No. It was the cheapest deal I ever made in the history of 40 Wall Street. Is that right? He got it for nothing. He's a very tough negotiator. We know that.
I've heard stories of Trump giving business loans to Black entrepreneurs and then forgiving those loans when they tried to pay him back. In that video, Trump gave Reverend Jesse Jackson office space on Wall Street for free. And I thought it was cool, the climate in the room, when he was able to tell a joke about him being one of the few holding the wealth. Donald J. Trump has created jobs and opportunities for thousands of Black people, making some of them very rich. The smart ones, the talented ones, and the hard-working ones. But just like after Jesus Christ fed the thousands, Black people have turned their backs on Trump, yelling, "Crucify him! He's racist! Crucify him!" when they know that's the furthest thing from the truth. So Black people, what's the draw? Why do you always turn to Mr. Aya instead of someone with hard work and success oozing out of every pore, making everybody rich? Oh, I'm sorry. You don't know who Mr. Aya is? I need some water. No, please, Mr. Aya! Mr. Aya is Joe Biden sitting in the White House. Democrat governors and mayors forcing you niggas to eat that government cheese, smoke that government weed, and wait on that government reparation. I mean, we even got illegals calling us lazy. Watch this video.
But they are literally purging us. If they take Chicago, Black America is done. I heard that some of the Latino gangs are recruiting migrants. I heard that the migrants are being armed with weapons. I heard that the migrants are being set up to vote in next year's presidential election, although they are not citizens. The corrupt Chicago electoral process will allow the migrants to vote next November. The migrants are getting food, clothing, shelter, childcare, while hundreds of thousands of Black Chicagoans are struggling.
Again, I'm Flat Black, and I got that video of Umar Johnson from an O'Shea Duke Jackson video. Now, Mr. Jackson, in my opinion, is doing a great job putting some good information out there, even though I don't know that much about him or Umar. I believe Umar is still mentally enslaved on the plantation. And I'm not sure about O'Shea. My point is that we are not Africans, and this is not Africa. And that's a fact. Why do we think that Black African brother and unity and all that stuff's going to work? It hasn't worked in 150 years. What makes you think it's going to work now? Even though I do believe with all my heart that Umar stating the facts. It's just, I think that this African Chicagoans and that kind of stuff, it's delusional. We are not Black Americans. We are Americans who happen to be Black. And at the top of the food chain, I might add. So let's unite and play by America's rules. And that's the whole problem. If we play by the rules, then we're considered to be white. Even if we become very successful. So let's play by America's rules, turn this thing around, because Democrats are getting ready to shut, or I should say, put a lid on this black box and throw it in the fire. Taking away our voices by using immigrant votes. This is not just a Black thing. As Americans, we have a lot of help.